So let me get this straight. In 2026 Britain, a man who can barely string a coherent English sentence together and presents campaign documents filled with spelling mistakes, random capital letters, and unhinged rants about prayers, electric cookers, Rothschilds, and giving everyone £1 million is somehow standing as a serious candidate for Mayor of Lewisham.
Correct.
Meet Roger N.M. Myton, self-described councillor mayor and first universal president of world. A chap who intends to borrow $11 million from the Rothschilds to turn NatWest into a quote, green bank, all in order to hand out reparations to all who the UK colonised whilst demanding King Charles III himself apologises to him.
Really?
I mean, what the fuck are we even doing here, folks? I honestly don't know what to make of this collapsing clown circus we call a country anymore. Now, I'm going to read to you the full 2 pages of his official election statement in the local booklet I received through the post last week. And totally verbatim, mind you, spelling errors and schizo-lunatic ramblings with all the trimmings intact. Because folks, you generally have to see it to believe it. Somehow, this is what passes for a credible candidate in modern Britain today. So he begins. Things to do in 4 years as Mayor of Lewisham. Number 1. Every haberdasher meeting 2005 to 2016 started with a prayer. Prayers go up, blessings come down.
Okay.
2. No more housings for homs, starting with one next door, me. There are 4 electric cookers, 4 electric showers on one single phase cable caught on fire in 2018. Fire was stopped before reaching my home next door. What are Lewisham surveyors doing? 3. Climate change, being a One Planet ambassador since 2006 with EDF energy needed now. 4. Swam for Aspire charity in 2012/2013 for people with spinal cord injury and asthma caused by Lewisham heavily polluted roads made worse by LTNs. Mayor Khan ULEZ 20 miles per hour. 5. Gun, knife crime, prostitution among our poor mainly uneducated Windrush generation warriors. Started mentoring in 1999 after my wife's cousin Roland Adams, Aubrey and Stephen Lawrence killed in Borough of Greenwich. Caribbean Volunteers Readers and Performers Project defended by those since 2010. We can cure this by doing the same thing that British government did in 1835. Borrow money to Rothschilds and give everyone in the world £1 million. 11 trillion going to be used by the correction Honourable now Chancellor Rachel Reeves MP is enough to give everyone 1 million 3 years running that is levelling things up. So please check figures on money wasted for war, refugees, cameras instead of people.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
6. Lewisham has no youth clubs like Moonshot anymore or dance venues at all. Late Jar Shaka, Saxon have to play all over the country and world, they still play though. But we who grew up with music from Jamaica as our no racist newspaper are dying out quickly because of boredom. Elders have no place to dance. Psalm 150, praise Lord of Lords with trim belt and dance. 7. The present building of more tower blocks will not solve housing crisis as mainly refugees they are for. Saw an elders and builder's daughter evicted and ethnically cleansed from Further Green Road 28/09/21. Neither councillor nor MP did a thing at all to help. 8. When one arrived from Jamaica in 1966, they say one was dunce and put me in dunce class. Yet still we are told to put an X against name to vote for them. In school we got a tick for correct and X for being incorrect. Please tick for me as one intends to correct all problems and share with other mayors in the world. Remember, it was the late Bishop Mervyn Stockwood and Mayor Roger Godsiff who led March 13 August 1977 against National Front. The correction Honourable Roger Godsiff MP, Birmingham, deselected by Keir Starmer last year. 9. Mayor Marvin Rees of Bristol, the first dark Nubian elected Mayor 1, also liked to meet to compare notes. It was in Bristol that NatWest Bank started by former slavery owners' money. One intends to turn it into a green bank and reverse triangle. UK to Africa, Jamaica and back to UK. Yes, reparations is a must for all. 11 trillion from the Rothschilds family we borrow. Then King Charles III must apologise to us. Then pay all countries they have robbed compensation, including Jamaica. Remember, America was just like Jamaica, colonised by UK. Keeping up yet? Page 2. Ever conscious of Yahweh, God we aspire, build and advance as one people. Hail Grenada, land of ours. We pledge ourselves to thee, heads, hearts and hands, in unity to reach our destiny. Ever conscious of Yahweh, God being proud of our heritage, may we with faith and courage aspire, build, advance as one people, one family. Yahweh, God bless our nation. 1. One love, Bob Marley and the Wailers. 2. Bring the family back, Billy Paul. One love, Freddie McGregor, build, advance as one people, one family. Yahweh, / God bless our nation. Your health is your greatest wealth campaign. 1. With your cooperation, your health and well-being will be my top priority as Mayor of Lewisham. We take responsibility for our own health and one another's. Voted in 2012 as part of Boris Johnson Mayor, the drive to get shift workers fit. 1 was voted Physical Activity Champion 2012 in time for Olympics. 2. In education was a Wood Hill School Greenwich Mentor and School Governor from 1999 to 2007. Reading Champion 2001. Oh, the irony. Haberdashers asked Federation Governor from 2005 to 2013, a year before that Mallory Governor. Look at Haberdashers Ask Knights and Crayford Academies now.
No, he's got a point.
3. To be Mayor of Lewisham for 4 years and correcting all Labour has done incorrectly since conception. 1 arrived from Jamaica in 1966, they say 1 was dunce and Turnham School Broccoli put me in dunce class. Said 1 was uneducable. We have already Mayor Roger Godsiff from 1977 to 1990, educated at Catford Boys. Now we need a Roger N.M. Myton. Vote for Roger N.M. Myton on 7th May. Building a Illiterate Nation. Oh, the irony again. Councillor Mayor and first Universal President of World. Well, I mean, if that doesn't convince you to vote for Roger N.M. Myton, Councillor Mayor and first Universal President of World for Lewisham leader, I don't know what would. Fella wants to borrow from the Rothschilds, give everyone who never even experienced slavery £1 million, and somehow fix knife crime and prostitution with Bob Marley lyrics and Grenada's national anthem. And this is not even satire, for fuck's sake. This is an official candidate pitch. What? The man arrived from Jamaica in 1966, moans about how he was put in the dunce class, and now expects us to tick his name so he can become Mayor of a London borough, despite still clearly being a dunce who can't spell, proofread, or articulate a single idea remotely coherently. He rants about ethnically cleansed elders, demands King Charles apologise, pushes full reparations, and signs off with a building illiterate nation, while his own manifesto reads like it was written by someone who failed basic English 3 times. AKA a bona fide freaking dunce. Look, jokes aside, this is not a one-off gag candidate. This is just what low standards and mass migration along with zero vetting gets you. Britain used to demand basic literacy, coherence, and at least a passing grasp of reality from people who wanted to represent us. Now we let anyone with a pulse and a grievance stand for election, print their incoherent ramblings in official booklets, and pretend this is some semblance of a democracy that our ancestors fought and died to protect. How far have we fallen? We have foreigners who can't spell Rishi Sunak or Chancellor lecturing us about levelling up while demanding we borrow trillions from Jewish bankers to pay for historical sins that happened centuries before they even arrived. And the system is so broken, it treats all of this as normal.
But why?
This isn't just embarrassing, it's outright dangerous. When the bar for public office is this low, you don't get competent governance, you get resentment politics, tribal grievance mongering, and the slow motion collapse of a once great nation. Lewisham deserves better. Britain deserves better. The idea that this man could potentially run our borough next week should fill every sane person with absolute despair. We used to be a serious country. We used to expect our representatives to at least speak the language properly, understand basic economics, and put the interests of the native population first. Now we have candidates treating local elections like a personal therapy session, mixed with Rastafarian economics and straight up conspiracy theories.
I'm tired, boss.
Alas, this is the end stage of decades of open borders, lowered standards, and elite contempt for the native working and middle class. They've imported voters, lowered the bar so the new arrivals can clear it, and called anyone who objects a racist. Meanwhile, the quality of candidates and by extension governance has plummeted off a bloody cliff. We are watching a civilization hollow itself out in real time. Standards in education, language, competence and basic sanity have been torched in the name of diversity. And the punchline is that the people cheering loudest for this are the first ones who will suffer when the whole thing falls apart.
That's the fact, Jack! That's the fact, Jack!
Again, this is exactly why we need Rupert Lowe as Prime Minister as soon as humanly possible. We need a patriotic leader who will restore basic standards, put the British people first again, and stop this suicidal experiment in pretending that anyone off the boat with a pulse can run our town, city and country. Because without competence, without cohesion, and without a shared language and culture, there's simply no nation left, just a collection of grievances fighting over the scraps. The English deserve representation in their own homeland for frig's sake, not just nationally but locally. But folks, the rot is deep. The decline is accelerating, and if we don't reverse it soon, the incoherent ramblings of candidates like this won't just be the exception. They'll sadly be the new normal.